Good morning, students. Today our lesson is to compare direct and inverse proportion using graphs. This picture is just like a reminder and I will discuss it later. Remember, what do we remember about direct proportion? It's a straight line passing through the origin. That about its graph. And its equation is y equal kx or y equals ax or any number where k or a is the constant number. Don't forget that when you have to find the equation, we have to search for k, which is the constant number of proportionality, which is equal to y over x. Now, let's look at this graph. Let's deduce its equation. To know its equation, I have to search for k, that's the point 130. So 30 divided by 1 is 30, that's k. So y is equal to 30x. Now let's go to the other graph. Here is the graph. Let's check the points. Here is 1, 1. So y over x, 1 over 1 is 1. Let's check another point. 3, 3. So 3 divided by 3 is a 3. So k is 1. So the equation is y equals to 1x, which means y equals to x. Now it's inverse proportion. Let's remember their graphs. Here is a graph. Let's discover the equation. As we said before, inverse proportion, that when you multiply x by y, you are getting the same product. Let's discover this product k. 1 times 16, 16, 2 times 8, 16, 4 times 4, 16. So the product is 16, which means xy is equal to 16. Or if you want to put y as a subject, you will say y equals 16 over x. Or if you want to put x as a subject, you will say 16 over y. This is another graph. Who knows which what is k? K is 2000. So it means xy is equal to 1000, or if y is the subject, 2000 over x. We spoke in the previous video, we said that not all the curved graphs are inversely proportional. So how can we explain if this one is inversely or not inversely? Let's take 2 points. Let's take 4, which is related to 5. So 4 times 5 is 20. Now let's take another point, 7 and 2. 7 times 2 is how much? It's 14. So 20 and 14 are not the same product. So this means that this one is not inversely proportional because the product of x and y is not the same. Now let's summarize the whole lesson by this slide. Direct proportion, when x is increasing, y is increasing by the same amount. When you double one, you have to double the other one. So as we said before, to do this, you have to discover, to deduce an equation, you have to search for k. To search for it, you have to search for y and x. So k is equal to y divided by x. Let's take this point, 20 and 10. 20 and 10. So divide y by x, 10 divided by 20 is 0.5. 40 and 20. So y divided by x is 20 divided by 40 is 0.5. So I discovered that k is equal to 0.5. So y equals 0.5x. Now let's go for inverse proportion. When you double one, it means you have the other. So here, let's take any point. When you say inverse proportion, we are saying multiply the variables. Here the variables, let's say x and y. Let's multiply the variables. Choose any point. 30, it's connected to 20. So 30 times 20 is 600. Let's check another point to avoid mistakes. Here is 60 and here is 10. 60 times 10 is 600. They have the same product. So xy is equal to 600. Now if you don't want this equation and if you want to write the equation and you want to make y as a subject, you are going to say y is equal to 600 over x. That's it. That's your homework for today, and thank you for listening.